We are gathered here to fill you with fear and give you a treat for your ears as we invade your mind with our scary rhymes and some tales that can be gory. As you bear witness and sit here and listen to our poetic horror stories.
I hope Santa grants my Christmas wish. It's the only thing I really want for Christmas. I was a really good boy this year. Just so I could make sure he would give me this one gift. I'm so ready for it. Christmas is tomorrow, and when I open my eyes in the morning, I hope my wish is granted. Then my wife will no longer be here. She will be gone, vanquished. Hopefully to a special place in hell. My neighbor's kids built a snowman today, and I can see it outside of my window across the street. When I first saw it there, it brought back childhood memories. It looked so innocent and sweet. But then I noticed, the snowman was no longer smiling, its expression had changed. It's now scowling with hatred in its button eyes. It looked like it was ready to fight. Like it has a bone to pick with me. To be honest, I'm too afraid now to take my eyes off of the snowman. Because I believe the moment I do, I'm going to end up dead. A mystery present showed up under my Christmas tree. Where did it come from? I have no idea. I live alone and I'm the only one here. Well, at least, I think I am. Suddenly I heard something whisper my name. I turned my head just for a second, and when I looked back, there was another present under my tree. I thought to myself, what the hell is happening? And right before my eyes another present magically appeared. This kept happening over and over again. To the point my whole house is filled with presents. From the top of my ceiling and right down to my floor. There's so many presents now, they are blocking all my windows and doors. The presents have me trapped, backed up into a corner. If the presents don't soon stop multiplying, I will be a garner.
I left out some milk and cookies for Santa Claus on Christmas Eve. I figured it doesn't hurt to leave him a sweet treat, a bribery. Because I know I'm on his naughty list. And I hope this peace offering will help me get off from it. This year I was truly bad. I pushed my little brother down the stairs, because he made me mad. He broke my favorite toy. I told him he couldn't play with it. Now he's laying in a hospital bed in a coma. And I'm the only one that knows what really happened to him. Except for Santa Claus. He sees everything. But I heard milk and cookies are Santa Claus' favorite treat. So, this will show him that I can be good, kind, and sweet. And if he accepts my gift, then he can take me off his naughty list.
When you enter the North Pole, you will see a warning sign. Do not feed the reindeers, it's forbidden here. It's for your safety and protection. This is not a joke, they are quite dangerous. I know they look cute, cuddly, adorable, sweet and docile. Yes, they are really irresistible. But that's just a facade, really they are ferocious, bloodthirsty, wild animals. Don't fall for those big doe eyes. This is how they trap their prey. They will get you every time. They look at you like, pet me, it's okay. This is how they reel you in, and then suddenly they go in for the kill. Now you can't get away. They will pounce on you, holding you down and rip out your throat with their razor-sharp teeth. And this is why Santa placed this warning not to feed the reindeers. Because human beings is what reindeers prefer to eat.
My grandfather told me that Krampus likes to kidnap naughty kids because he likes to eat them. He takes them to his lair, where he places them in a big black pot. He boils them in water that's scalding hot. As soon as the naughty kids touched the water, their skin would fall off. Then Krampus places the naughty kids into his stone oven to cook them nice and slow. Because Krampus loves for the naughty kids' meat to be tender, so it slides right off their bones. Krampus calls this his Christmas stew. And this is why Santa Claus warned kids to be good. Because if you're not, then Krampus will kidnap and eat you. I was walking through the woods when I smelt something really, really good. I could tell it was gingerbread, but I couldn't locate the direction of where it was coming from. That is until the wind blew the scent right up my nose. The scent of the gingerbread hung in the air. I had no choice but to find it. The smell was taunting me, making me feel really hungry. The aroma led me to a clearance, and there it stood. A cute little gingerbread house, decorated with candy, frosting, and marshmallows. But I quickly turned and ran away, as fast as I could. I was being set up. Because standing in the window was a gingerbread man with a knife and a fork.
I love Christmas wrapping paper. I believe a beautiful wrapped gift makes you more excited when you receive it, especially for Christmas. A fun printed Christmas paper makes everything just look festive. Seeing a shiny wrapped gift with a big bow on it laying underneath your Christmas tree, with the beautiful lights shining bright, twinkling. It is just so aesthetically pleasing. Anyway, who wants just a plain box? Christmas wrapping paper is a wonderful way to dress up anything you give to someone. Like for instance, when you send the police parts of your victim, like their ears, nose, tongue, eyeballs, fingers, toes, hands, foot, or arm. Hell, any body parts. Even their heart. This shows your holiday spirit. But it also shows the authorities you mean business. You leave them with no doubt. Look, I might be a killer, but yet and still, it's the presentation that counts. I saw a life-size doll today that looked just like my 6-year-old niece. It was the spitting image of her. It was freaky and bizarre to say the least. They had the same big round-shaped eyes, just like a little baby doe. The doll even had soft curly brown hair, rosy cheeks, and a cute little button nose. It was uncanny how much the doll resembled my niece. Just looking at the doll was weird. It disturbed me. That's when I recognized something that made me sick to my stomach. The owner of the doll shop lived right next door to my sister and niece. I instantly left the doll shop quickly because I put 2 and 2 together. I called 911 to send the police. because the doll was wearing the same clothes the day my niece went missing. I'm a brand new toy. I was created to bring kids joy. This is my sole purpose. It's what I was made for. I have been tested, but never been played with. But today, I am being shipped. Actually, I'm being flown first class priority, next day delivery. Just in time for Christmas. I'm being rushed to a new owner's door. I can't wait till a kid unboxes me, so we can laugh and play. So I can bring a big smile to their sweet little face. I heard at the factory I am what they call a rare toy. A one-of-a-kind true find. Right now I hate it here. Being stuck in this box. Being taped up and tethered down. My only view is to see out in this plastic window. I can't wait to be freed from this prison so I can be enjoyed. Finally, today is Christmas. And I can't wait for this box to open. I can see the face of the child. My new owner. Wait. Who is this old man? He's not a kid. Where is the child I was bought for? The child I was going to play with? What is going on? What is he doing now? I just want to be let out. He is placing me on a shelf with other toys. Still in their box. The other toys just informed me he's not going to free us. He said we are way too valuable. He didn't buy us to be played with. We are just collectibles. So this means we will never bring any children joy. My sole purpose. Because he is just going to leave us here on the shelf to rot. Entombed in this cardboard hell. Never to be freed from this box.
Santa Claus is coming to town. And he is making his rounds. But it's not Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. No, it's December Friday the 13th. And Santa is coming to punish every bad kid that is on his naughty list. He will be gathering each naughty child one by one. He will throw them in his magical sack, sending them somewhere far away to oblivion. So, like the song says, you better be good for goodness sake. Because if you see Santa Claus today, you should be very afraid.
I was driving home on a dark road on Christmas Eve, when a beam of light all of a sudden hit me. I was blinded, I couldn't see anything. Suddenly I could feel my car being lifted up into the air. I was trapped and scared. That's when I heard jingling bells. Where it was coming from though, I couldn't really tell. But the next thing I knew, my car was gently placed back on the ground. The beam of light was gone and I was now the only one around. Suddenly I saw a UFO speeding off through the night sky. And right behind the UFO was old Saint Nick. He was chasing after them close behind. I know this is hard to believe and I wouldn't believe it if it didn't happen to me. All I can say, I thank God, Santa Claus was there to save me from being abducted by the aliens. Santa Claus saved my life that Christmas Eve night.
I was driving home late on Christmas Eve in a bad snowstorm. It was snowing so hard I couldn't really see. The visibility was horrible. I was trying my best to pay attention to the road. I could only see a few feet ahead. This was the reason why I was driving slow. and unfortunately, I had a long way to go. Plus, I was really tired and my eyes were starting to feel heavy. I was really fighting myself not to let them close. But I think I nodded off for a second. And that's when I felt my car go over a huge hump. I could tell I was dragging something underneath my car. I quickly stopped my car to inspect if I ran over an animal, but I couldn't believe what I saw. It was Santa Claus. He was just lying there, not moving at all. His eyes were wide open, and he was covered in blood. I quickly looked around to see where he came from. That is when I noticed his sleigh on the side of the road. But I didn't see his reindeer anywhere. They must have gotten spooked and ran off. I could tell Santa Claus had an accident. His sleigh was badly damaged, and there was blood in the snow. I believe he was looking for help when I came along. I was totally confused and stunned. I was scared. I was also in disbelief. If you were in my same situation, wouldn't you also be? I didn't know what to do. Should I call 911? But even if I did, would they believe what I'm telling them is true? On a second thought, if I do, then the whole world would hate me. I would go down in history for killing Santa Claus. I decided I can't let that happen. So I dragged Santa and placed his body next to his sleigh. I knew in a few hours he would be covered in snow, and this would help me cover my tracks and wash away most of the evidence. That way no one would know. I quickly ran back to my car and I threw it in drive. I felt bad just leaving him there, but not bad enough to tell on myself. My self-preservation will always come first. Yeah, I know this sounds really selfish, and I cried as I drove home, because tomorrow there will be a lot of disappointed boys and girls all over the world, because Christmas is now canceled.